What's going on, everybody? It's episode 149 of Full Court Blitz podcast. I'm your boy Trez. With me today, Jay Ferg.
Yo.
What's going on, bro? How you been, man?
Been pretty decent. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. Doing good. Coming off of this 4-day weekend.
Four.
Yeah,
Must be nice.
I took Monday off.
Dang.
Yeah, I took Monday off and and took it off so I could play some college football, but
Hey, he's one of them. He's one of them dudes.
But
that's crazy.
It kind of fucked me though, because I forgot that it was on a timer or whatever you want to say. So I had to wait till like 12. I had to wait till 12 o'clock, but I didn't play until like 12:30.
Yeah.
And then I played like 4 hours straight. Took a little break up till you came here. Got my whatchamacallit. And then I got back on around like 8ish. Played a little bit and been playing that bitch ever since. I mean, as you saw when we came in here. So, but yeah, man, I'm chilling. And shit, kind of trying to be elite with it.
Right.
So I got
already. I ain't got it yet.
Yeah. The game itself, like the standard edition, come on tomorrow.
Cool.
So I pre-ordered my shit. So I went ahead and paid that $100.
See, I ain't never been a fan of pre-order.
Yeah, heck
I can't do it.
Get that shit early, bro. Get that shit out of the way.
True.
Yeah, if I got the money to get it, go ahead and get that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely when GTA come out,
it's a lot with them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna pre-order that shit. I'm pretty sure they'll probably have like a package when you can get it early.
Right.
I'm sure. I think maybe no, maybe not. I don't know.
See, I stopped pre-ordering after 2K, like the shit that you would go through with that, and then of course GTA 2, they got to get all the bugs and all the early maybe glitches that may happen.
Yeah, GTA, it'll be more for like the online. It'll be more for the online thing. I think the campaign, like a lot of people gonna be playing like a lot more people will be playing the campaign. The online shit, but. Like you said with 2K, those type of games, they are definitely going to have to get all the glitches and stuff out of it. But normally it takes like a month, maybe. I think
I would say minimum.
Yeah, I think it's like a month when you get that next update. I want to say, so you can get all that shit out. So I'm hoping, But so far, what college? It had nothing crazy so far on my end. Besides the fucking the defensive line is still going through the offensive line like crazy still. I have no time to throw the ball and nothing.
I hate that shit for real.
So it's like knowing that shit does not happen in real life. Does not happen in real life.
They be blazing through the line, bro. Your defensive line, not defensive. Your offensive line could be like a 90 something, a fucking 70 or 80 something could break through that bitch with like that. That shit be killing me.
It made no damn sense though. Makes no sense. But it's great getting into football, man. Last week we covered the NFC East. This week we are doing the AFC West. That's with Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, and the Raiders. First team we'll start off with Kansas City. But before I get to that, just kind of have like a storyline with this, bro. I think this division, bro, is going to be really good. I'm gonna say really good, but I think it's gonna be really tough. I think it's gonna be the toughest since the Mahomes era. I think this is gonna be the first time in a while that potentially every team in this division could probably win 9 games or more. It's very it's very. I'm just saying, just because like it's a lot of changes that happened with the Raiders, and also we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We saw what the Broncos, what Bo Nix.
Right.
Also we saw what we saw from the Chargers last year, going from I think they were 4-13 to they went 11-6, and also we know about Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? No, they've been running through the division. You know what I'm saying, for almost a decade now. But yeah, bro, I think this is going to be tough, bro. I think it's going to be tough for Kansas City. I think it's going to be not even Kansas City, but I think it's the whole division itself, bro. I think it's going to be the toughest that it's been in the Mahomes era, bro. And it's going to be very exciting football to watch. I honestly think that this division can go any way. I don't know, like the Raiders gonna win it, but I think I think it's a 3-team race with what Kansas City, with Chargers, or with Broncos.
Right.
Maybe more between Broncos and Kansas City. Chargers did lose a little bit, which we'll talk about that when we get to them. But yeah, bro, I think this division is going to be one of the things we've been excited, man. You got Mahomes, you got Justin Herbert, you got Bo Nix, and you got Geno, you got the head coaches in Andy Reid, you got Pete Carroll now, you got Jim Harbaugh, and you got Sean Payton.
Right. All
legendary coaches, bro. So for sure, you listen to this and you see any type of AFC West matchups, it's going to be a must watch for sure. It's going to be a must watch. That being said, start with the Kansas City Chiefs, man. Near the end of the regular season, going 15-2. Obviously, they had a bye week. They had to play the first game in the playoffs against Houston, won 23-14. Went to the AFC Championship game against the Bills, won 32-29. Went to the Super Bowl, lost against to the Eagles to 40-22. Now in the regular season, now we can say what we say, that unlike how people talk about your Commanders, this team was very lucky. This team was by far very fucking lucky on all aspects. People might say, "Oh, the ref was on their side." It was just a lot of things was just going a lot of their favor in their way, and it's crazy to say. I understand that. It's just sometimes you just can't let the refs control the game, and just the way it just so happened to favor them throughout the whole damn season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, Kansas City didn't look like Kansas City. They weren't as explosive. They weren't as dominant as we had seen over the years. But it was just weird how they was winning these games and how they was pulling these wins off.
Right.
I mean, just starting off with week 1, bro. They lost. They won by a toe. A toe. They won 27-20 against Baltimore. Then you go down against Cincinnati. They won by 1 point, 26-25. Then you go down again against Atlanta. They won 22-17. Against the Chargers, they won 17-10. Now, you don't got to count that New Orleans game, because that's a 13-point win.
Right.
Don't count the San Francisco game because it's a 10-point win. But then you go down to another one-score game. The Raiders 27-20. Tampa Bay 30-24. Broncos, they won 16-4. They won 16-14, and I think that's that game where I forgot. I forgot that's that game where something crazy happened in that game, bro. I can't remember exactly what it was, but the Broncos should have won that game for sure. Then you go down. They lost against Buffalo. Then Carolina 30-27. I mean 30-27. Raiders 19-17. The next week with Chargers again 19-17, same score. Then they beat Cleveland, and then they beat Houston. That's an 8-point win right there, right? Yeah. And then they beat Pittsburgh, and then that last game right there, man, I ain't gonna really say too much about it. They lost 38-0 against the Broncos. The fucking Stars in.
Yeah,
right.
That's Carson win.
You know what I'm saying? That was diabolical, bro. Like you didn't score a point. Yeah, bro. You don't deserve that to be nowhere in the NFL, bro. Nowhere.
Trash bags.
Yes.
I'm saying this for a while, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, like I was saying, bro, they weren't as explosive. Like they only scored 30 points twice this year. They only scored 30 points twice this year. Defense only allowed 2 games with 30 points or more. As I mentioned, like I said, the offense wasn't as explosive. They averaged 22.6 per game. They were 4th in passing. They were 22nd in rushing, according to Pro Football Reference. But they were really good on third downs. They were 48.5, which was the second in the league, right? Mm-hmm. Now, what happened in the first Super Bowl loss against Tampa Bay, and now pretty much what happened in this season, Mahomes was running for his life, and he was sacked the most times he ever had been in his whole entire career, with 38 sacks. And the offensive line allowed 91 hits. Travis Kelce had career lows in yards and touchdowns. He had 823 yards with 3 touchdowns. Rashee Rice went down. Looked like he was about to have a crazy season. Then he went down against the Chargers. I think it was a torn his ACL. Then they had to get like others like Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown didn't come until later in the season. Right. They ended up getting D-Hop in the trade, but they were just like they were trying to find ways to win, and somehow some way they were pulling it off. Defense was 4th in allowed points with 19.2. And then, like I say, Isaiah Word had a solid rookie season. He had 638 yards and 6 touchdowns. Right. So solid performance from Isaiah Word in his rookie campaign. Now, going to the season, it's a lot of questions. Well, going to this season, it's a lot of questions. Is this the last time that we'll see the Mahomes, Kelce, and Andy Reid trio? Can they bounce back to their old ways? And then, can they? Well, I got 2 more things. Can they protect Patrick Mahomes? Because they lost Joe Tooney. Mm-hmm. He ended up going to the Bears, but they ended up going drafting Josh Simmons from Ohio State in the first round, and then they went and signed Julian Moore. That's the right Jalen Moore. Left tackle. So we'll see like how they'll be. I'm not sure if Simmons is going to start as tackle, because they got Jawan Taylor on one side and Jalen Moore on the other side. So we'll see how that'll be. And another thing is the weapons good enough? You got Isaiah Pacheco, you got Kareem Hunt, and in your backfield, and Elijah Mitchell. They went and got him from the 49ers. Now Rashee Rice, I think he'll be ready about week 1, but we haven't heard anything. So we're going to say we're hoping that he's going to be ready about week 1. All right. Isaiah Worthy, Hollywood Brown, you got Juju, and then also you drafted a receiver and Jalen Royals, and you still got Justin Ross, who was there last year as well. And then also you got one of the best tight ends in the league, Travis Kelce. You lose Justin Watson in free agency, but you still got Noah Gray. Right. So now it's like, is that good enough for them to get back into their old ways? And I think that long as Andy Reid is there, long as Patrick Mahomes is there, I think anything can fucking work.
Yeah, basically.
You know what I'm saying? I think anything can work. And I'm not, and they don't have to be as explosive, but they do need to be. I'm saying not as explosive. They don't have to be how they used to be. Right. But they still need to be more of a threat. You know what I'm saying? And they was as a threat throwing the ball deep. You know what I'm saying? And that was how these teams was able to stay in the games. A lot of these games. Mahomes was 34th in average time to throw in 2.76. He was 28 in pressure to sack rate percentage with 17. and he only had 18 big time throws, which was 18 in the league. I don't know, bro. I think if this is a time. I think if this is a year that they want to go all out and go on the last hurrah.
Yeah.
I think this might be the time to do it.
Facts.
This might be the time to do it. Because the AFC is getting stacked, and let alone the NFC is getting better over there on that side too. With that being said, bro, man, I'm not even gonna say the schedule until you go.
Okay. Cool.
That being said, bro, man, what's your thoughts on Kansas City going from last year and going to this season?
Okay. So last year, I gotta give them their credit, bro. The boys, offensively, like you said, they weren't all that. Their rushing game was bad. It was like atrocious. Luckily, Kareem Hunt was there. He helped maintain. Last season, he played 13 games, 200 rushing attempts.
Yeah, I forgot that Pacheco was hurt too. I forgot about that.
728 rushing yards and 7 tugs. But Pacheco, he still played in 7 games, 83 attempts, 310 rushing yards, and he only had 1 touchdown, which is wow for him. You know that they say the dude runs like a madman. So I mean, I'm surprised by that.
For real, yeah.
Going to the passing game, I think that's something that's always going to at least be top 12 worthy.
Yeah.
And reason because of course they were missing Rashid. He's a big piece, bro.
Very big piece.
Like
very big. Dude
is a star. Imagine if he would have played on the opposite side the whole season. That would have been scary.
For sure.
That would have been super scary. He still in his 4 games that he played though. He had 24 catches, 288 yards, and 2 tugs. So that's still, very good. That's 72 yards a game. So the passing game with him was at least, I think, a tad bit better. I mean, you had somebody that you could go to as an escape, besides, of course, Kelsey. You had another guy that was able to get off of the outside corners. And then going into their schedule. Those guys, they started the season 9-0, a strong 9-0 too. They had a lot of close games though. I can't say they didn't roll through anybody like we had said before. Those guys really had to fight, especially like you said that first game. They had won 27-20 versus Baltimore. I knew that was going to be a dogfight off the rip. I seen like with them. They just throw them a dog out the gate almost every year. Like almost a test there. Almost a test like, hey, you made it last year, but let's see what you got right now off the gate. And then they go into that second game versus Cincinnati. It's crazy work. 26-25. Bro. Joe Burrow was throwing their fucking dome off, bro. 246 piece on their head. Only 1 turnover.
Yeah, but I was on throw for 151.
And they had 3 turnovers that game offensively. So luckily the defense stepped up for them. Offense just maintained, which it flows throughout the rest of the season too. Offense was maintaining a whole lot, until they ran into Buffalo. So like we said, we know what happens when Josh Allen and Pat me. It's always prime time.
Always
prime time games. So shout out Josh Allen too. This ain't your segment, but yeah, you my boy. They ran into Josh Allen and the boys, and it was like you couldn't get nothing on. They only had 78 rushing yards that game. So you only had also 181 passing yards. So you were pretty much locked up. So leading on to say, they maintained that whole regular season. It's just credit to the defense though. They really held it down. Those boys on they on stopping the run, they were 8th, and I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. And attempts, teams only ran the ball against them 418 times. That's 8th in the league. They allowed 1,731 yards, which is also 8th in the league. The average for their runs are 4.1, which is 7th. Then per game, that leads them to 3rd with 85.3. And then only allowing 13 touchdowns, which is 10th. So shout out to those boys. But when it came to stopping the pass, it was less of a good story, you know.
Right.
They only as far as the pass, they were mid to low level, to be honest with you. They got 39 sacks, yes, which is kind of in the middle of the league, kind of like 17-ish, around that ballpark. They had got 13 picks, which is 12th in the league. They allowed 24 touchdowns, which is 12th in the league. But when it came to yards, teams were running it up. They had overall, with the passing yards, 3,720, which was 18th in the league. And then 218.8 on average. So that's something that we're looking for to needing the next season, which is this season coming up. And I think they really picked up some good pieces, even though they lost on good pieces too. Justin Reed was a big loss, bro. I'm a Justin Reed fan, to be honest with you. He's not really like my top safety, but I would say he's one of the ones, if like my top 2 are maybe not there, I would go look for him, because he's pretty much a lock. He's a lock. And then you also lose Tershawn Wharton. So I mean,
Justin Reed go New Orleans.
Yeah, you pretty much lose Tershawn Wharton also. But I mean, everything that they lost, they pretty much can pick back up, in my opinion. I also have a big question, like, is Rice going to be able to, I don't want to say it like this because it's going to sound messed up. I want to see if he's going to be able to come back to the Chiefs and turn them dynamic again, not just maintain. That's my big question for them. Will he be able to come back and make them dynamic? I'm not going to compare him to Tyreek, but let's say now you got 2 speedsters out there, 2 dogs. Will they be able to get it to that same level of offense? And now also you have a little bit better of a line. You got Elijah Mitchell, he's a speedster. So would that help be able to get your run game going a little bit better? You also have
he's a more, you got a power, a little, he could go in between the tackles just like him and Kareem. Something that Isaiah can't really do because he's more of an outside guy. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right. So yeah, I think with this upcoming season, those guys have to pretty much get that run game going to help out Pat a lot more, which is something they were missing in the Super Bowl. So they had to kind of just get going late after Philly pretty much just let them do what they wanted to do. That's when Xavier Worthy turned it up. So leading on next, I'm gonna go to predictions for the regular season. I got them going 6-3 before the bye. So I have them losing week 2 against the Eagles, which is going to be a home game. I got them losing week 4 against the Ravens, which is also going to be a home game. And then week 9, that's at Buffalo. So next I have them going after the bye 7-1. I just have them losing their week 11 game, which is in Denver. So I have them boys basically only losing 4 games next season. That's with everybody back also, assuming that everybody comes back. I have them being pretty much back to normalcy for them. Because I don't see the Chargers beating them again this year. They haven't beat them since, what, 2021?
Something like that, yeah.
So I think it continues.
So with me, when it comes to your question about Rashee Rice, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. It depends on when he's ready. I want to expect it right away, but if say he's not ready by week 1 and he comes back, like if he comes doing that the first 4 weeks, and then and then he gets the games under there, and then he can kind of get maybe 80% back to himself, like he was in like his rookie year and then last year. I think that it might be good enough, because I don't think they really need him to do a lot, because you still have, like I said, you got him, you got Travis Kelce, you got Isaiah Worthy, and you got the Hollywood Brown. You know what I mean? Isaiah Worthy, bro. I mean, you don't know where this man gonna be on the field. This man could be in the slot, the wide out, in the backfield. You don't know. They have no idea where they're gonna play him at. Hollywood Brown, as long as he's healthy, he's gonna. You already know what he's gonna do. He's no streak routes, the long routes.
Right.
He's gone. And then you got Travis Kelce, to where same thing with him. You can put an inside slot anywhere, and he's gonna pretty much gonna kind of have that. He's gonna have that space, and then Isaiah Word is gonna in between. He could be out. He could be outside, and he could be inside. And really, I really don't think they have to rely on him like how we think. But Mahomes would definitely like to, but I don't think right away they want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That, but if he's good to go, then like shit, then you already know they're gonna be dynamic as hell. Like no doubt about that. Now you say you got them losing 3 games? I think they're gonna.
I got them losing 3 before their bye week.
So they losing how many games in total? They losing
4.
4. I think they'll go like 12-5. I don't. I think they'll probably beat. I think they'll go 3-0. I agree with you. They'll probably lose against the Ravens. I think they'll beat the Jags. I think they'll beat Detroit. I think they'll beat the Raiders. Washington game is a toss up. I think that's gonna be. I think that's a toss up. I think it's gonna be a really good game. I actually have them beating Buffalo at Buffalo. I think that's the game. I think they'll get that. I literally don't know where. I mean, where I was at. I'm just I think they're gonna sweep the Raiders, so that's 2 dubs for them. I think they're gonna probably. It's gonna be tough, bro. I think they're gonna sweep the Broncos, and they might split with the Chargers.
Right. It's a possibility this season.
It might split with the Chargers. I want to say Tennessee's a dub, and then they'll probably rest their players the last week of the season, depending on. I don't respect. Actually, I don't. Do you respect them to have number 1 seed this year in the AFC?
No. I can say that off the rip.
And he said they winning what? He said he losing 4 games in total.
4.
They'll be up there. They'll be up there.
They will.
They'll be between either the 1 or 2. I don't have honestly. I like I said, I had them going at least 12-5.
12-5.
Yeah, I think they'll probably be like number 3 seed ish. Depends on if they win the fucking division.
Yeah.
Now I don't, but I think they will. I think it'll be close though. I think it'll be close. For the 4 games is 14-3. No, it'll be 13-4. 13-4 is very possible, but I think 12-5 is more where I kind of want to have them at. 11 is. I don't want to say 11-6. 11 is kind of pushing, but 12-5 is for sure is where I want them at. Definitely where I want them at for sure.
Okay.
It's not them having a bad year, but I just think that I think a lot of these teams is not scared to play them now, and it kind of depends on if this offensive line can hold up,
right?
And yeah, I think they're gonna at least win 12 games at least, and I just know for sure that Buffalo game, I think they're gonna beat Buffalo in Buffalo. I think that's a game they win. They're gonna fuck Dallas.
I don't know, man. I can't say they gonna do them like that.
I have to say it.
That's tough.
I have to say, and it's in Dallas, in Jerry World. Is that a primetime game?
Was it?
I'm about to check. That is a 4:30 game. Well, yeah, it's 4:30. So yeah. It's gonna be America's game of the week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Matter of fact, is that a thing? Is that Thanksgiving? That's
27th.
That's the Thanksgiving game. Oh yes. Oh, guess what?
What?
Don't. Dallas about to lose 31-10.
God dang.
They about to lose 30.
You got them getting blown out like that, man?
Okay. I give them 17. 31-17. Is that better?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Mahomes about to throw for 250 on him. Here we go. Here we go.
He better get to going.
Here we go, Dak. Here we go.
For real.
Nah, and it's a Thanksgiving, man. The NFL must love me. They must love me.
This dude got Thanksgiving, think it's Christmas.
Boy, they must love me. Dallas.
Oh my God.
Against Kansas City on Thanksgiving with the whole world watching. The whole world watching. And the food is just some families' food is just getting ready.
That's my favorite holiday.
My boy. At 4, no, I'm talking about like around that time, like 4:30.
Yeah. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday.
My boy.
I love
the NFL must love me. Dallas getting embarrassed? No. No. I love it.
Terrible.
Hey man. Hey, what I gotta say, I like when Dallas get embarrassed, bro. Any final thoughts before we go to the Chargers?
No, that's pretty much it. Shout out to them boys, man. Them Chiefs holding it down another year with that division.
All right. Now, some of these Los Angeles Chargers. First year head coach Jim Harbaugh turned things around. I want to say the year before they was 4-13. This year they went 11-6. They made the playoffs for the first time since the 2020 season. I want to say 2020-2021 season when they blew that 29-0 lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jay Hurd. That man only threw 3 interceptions the whole entire year. He had a streak of 357 passes without throwing an interception, which was the 5th longest. Oh, my fault. They were 5-12. 5-12. They were 11th in points per game with 23.6, 19th in passing with and depending on who you use, it depends on who the sources use. 213.5. Versus game was mid, round 17 with 110. The defense was something really that turned things around for them. My fault.
Yeah, their defense was elite, bro.
Depends on who you use. They were second in the points in the allowed points. Or 17. I would say 17. They had only allowed 17. I would say. They only allowed 301 points in total. Shout out to Derwin James and Khalil Mack. They pretty much led the defense in that.
Facts. The boys was monstrous, yo.
Derwin James still playing at a high level. Man, that man had 5.5 sacks as a safety, bro.
I think that was the most in the league.
For a safety?
for a defensive back.
No, he's second. Probably.
DB,
Yeah.
Between corners and safety.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I can look that up. Actually, let me see.
It's a crazy stat. Nonetheless, you got some D linemen that ain't even getting.
Yeah, he's creeping in, playing pretty much a lot of nickel, man. Let me see where he.
Harbaugh, that's his.
Yeah,
that's his
yeah.
niche.
He was first. First in sacks. Yep. First in sacks. He was second in total pressures. He only allowed 44 receptions on it, which was 7 in the league. Let me see. Yeah, he was 7 in stops. He was second in pass rush snaps. He was 31st in cover snaps, 24 in total snaps. He was 28 in run defensive snaps. Oh, well, that's the snaps now. They had no forced fumbles. He had 7 missed tackles, was 99th in the league. 71st in passer rating allowed was 101.6. And he had two pass breakups. So not a bad season from Derwin James. Damn, how old is Derwin? Oh, he's 28. So he probably got a couple more.
At least a couple more years in him.
And now we're talking about elite.
Yeah, elite level. Not just regular.
Yeah, because safeties, man, it's hard. It's it's hard. It's hard to play at that level for that long.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But for safety though, that kind of helps you play a little bit longer too, though. This is what year. So he's on the 28. So
you just say that's at least year 6, huh? Yeah, at least 6.
Yep, going to year 7. Yeah, and playing the safety, he probably can play about 15. He probably can play about 15 seasons as long as he stays healthy.
Right.
Yeah, he only missed one game last year.
That's good.
Yeah. And he played 16, missed 5, 15, 14, 16. And 16. So he's been available. So I wonder where they're gonna rank him in the top 100 this year in the NFL top 100. Yeah, I'm wondering where they're gonna put him at.
He's at least got to be top 30.
Yeah, I'll say top 20 at least. Top 20, yeah, top 30. I think generous 30 is very generous. Yeah. What was all that? The best weapon was Ladd McConkey, the rookie. Man, boy, I wish I had Ladd McConkey on the Patriots, man. That was my guy. I wanted him.
I know it.
I wanted him, but my second favorite team got him. 82 receptions for 1,149 yards and 7 touchdowns. They were all rookie records. Even though this don't really count because they did it in the losing effort. He had 9 catches for 197 yards, which was a NFL rookie record in the postseason. Khalil Mack had 6 sacks, 39 tackles, 9 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles. Elijah Molden, very good defensive cornerback for them. He had 75 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 7 pass deflections in 15 games that he played. Now, going to the season, bro. I think there's still some things they're missing. I think they still need another offensive weapon. They brought back Mike Williams. They signed Tyler Conklin. They signed Najee Harris. There are good vet pieces, but are they going to be good enough for Justin Herbert?
Right.
Justin Herbert needs to show that he's elite. I mean, he's up there, but he has to show that he's one of the ones. Right. And a lot of people are not going. A lot of people are going to be watching Justin Herbert the way he's going to carry himself this season. totally forgot that Greg Roman is his offensive coordinator, and I don't like Greg Roman at all. Like, this is like literally the worst offensive coordinator you can have for someone like Justin Herbert. And the only reason why he's there because Jim Harbaugh had him over the years with the 49ers and stuff, and it's like, I'm like, no. And I know what, and then and people people that don't really know how Jim Harbaugh is, he defense is heavy, want to run the football.
Right.
And you, like I said, you want to go sign Najee Harris, and you ain't going to draft Mario Hampton. So now it kind of shows where your head is at, where you're trying to get the ball out of Justin Herbert's hands a little bit, which you kind of did because, like I said, he only 3 interceptions last year, which is not bad, right? But he still had 506 pass attempts. Which, what was that in the league? Justin Herbert. That was. That was 13th in the league. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. On the defensive side, I mean, you lost Joey Bosa. You lost Fox. You lost Fulton. You lost Ford. You lost some good pieces on defense. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna be very good on defense this year. I don't think. I mean, they were top 5, top 10.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be maybe mid to maybe top 20. I don't see the defense really being that good this year. And now it's gonna go back on relying on. It's gonna go back relying on Justin Herbert. It's gonna go back relying on Justin Herbert again to keep these guys in these games. Now, I could be wrong. They could be good based off of scheme.
Right.
But on paper, you look at I mean, your two. Excuse me. But your two best players is Derwin James and Khalil Mack. But now, like I said, they could be scheme wise to where they could be in the right. They could be the right moment, in the right time. Offensively, I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel. I'm not a big Najee Harris guy.
Right.
I like Larry McConkey. I'm done with Quentin Johnson. Completely done. They went and got his replacement with Trey Harris, so we're gonna see how Trey Harris is going to be. You have a really good offense. You have 2 good tackles in Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt. Mekhi Becton is on his. I mean, he's on his back end, bro. I mean, he's on his back end, bro. I mean, they had to do something. They had to get somebody.
Go grab bro out the trash, man.
They had to get somebody.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than
it's
nothing.
It's still a starter level.
It is, but it's just Jim Harbaugh it's gonna be a lot of running football. There's gonna be a lot of running football, and you're gonna need good guards.
Right.
You're gonna need good guards, and like I said, Becton is just you know he was just almost ass last year. What's your thoughts on the Chargers, man, going to this season, bro, and how they were last year, bro? I think that they can be. I don't think they got worse. I think they just about the same.
Right.
Man, and looking at the schedule, I can and looking at their schedule, I can see them probably being the same. They might 11-6, 10-7 ish. But yeah, man, how you feel about the Chargers, bro?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Them jokers, they put on a clinic last year when it came to as far as like putting a blueprint out for defense in the regular season. To be honest with you, I really wasn't all the way locked in with the Chargers like I should have been. Like, to be able to see how they were covering everybody, more so to see like their schemes and everything. That's something I take the blame, of course. Ain't nobody else gonna take it. But just acknowledging that, I gotta give y'all respect on that, cause y'all damn sure played a good bunch of games last year. I mean, y'all got some good wins, I must say. Also, you got some bad losses. I can't say.
Yeah.
Shit, you lost to Pittsburgh, Kansas City. Those aren't the bad ones. You lost to Arizona.
Yep.
That was the fucked up one right there. Everybody else, you pretty much good. Those were playoff teams. Then the rest, yeah, Baltimore, Kansas City, Tampa Bay. I just want to know, do y'all have? I'm gonna word this. Do y'all have it? I'm gonna just say the it. Do y'all have the it, bro? I need y'all to figure it out. If y'all can even fuck with Kansas City, is it worth it? Is this gonna be the season? Is this gonna be the season where you figure out if you can stop that man? At least for a game. We need a game, bro. It's been 3 years. At least 3 years since y'all won, bro. You got your boy Mike back. Big Mike. We're gonna see what he do this year. Big Mike. They got him opposite side of Lad. I think that's gonna be tight. Decent, bro.
Yep, the last time they beat Kansas City was 2021, week 3. 30-24. And just turned breakthrough for 281 yards. Mike Williams had 122 games, 122 yards that day.
They're gonna need it again. I'm gonna tell you like that. Lad is gonna be the one that's probably taking over that game though. Just like that. Quentin, like you said, I wasn't a big fan of him, no way. You know, I call him Buttermitts. He got the butters, yo.
I don't even know that's even.
I ain't been a fan of him, bro. He's just not it, bro. He can run routes. He's decent with the. I say he's decent with the right.
He can get open.
Yeah,
he just can't.
They just and clutch time at that.
It just goes. It just drops. It just hit his hands and just go down.
Terrible, trash, hot ass. So Trey Harris about to come in and take that spot over, and this speedster is finna fuck the league up. I think now they have more of a balanced receiving core. At least let's say Lad got somebody that can take some of the pressure off of him, and that's gonna be even scarier. Now teams gonna have to they can't really run man. You got to play more of a zone.
You don't want to play no zone. Get no Lad McConkey.
Oh, bruh. It's over the top. All type of shit.
You're playing zone. They're gonna either run that ball, or they're gonna get McConkey in the in space.
I think that's gonna be the thing too. You got Omarion Hampton in the backfield this year. That's that North Carolina demon right there. My boy 6 foot 220, solid unit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Running game wise, and you got Najee, you gonna be pretty straight. I think they're gonna be a lot better than last year. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be top 10. No, that's a stretch. I will say they will be better than last year for sure. It's gonna make a big difference. But as far as what I have them doing, like you said, the people they lost is gonna play a hand. Even though they picked up Deshaun Hand, Dante Jackson, they picked up my old corner, St. Juice. We're gonna see how that's gonna work. I don't think he's gonna play that much with them, to be honest with you. But you still got Khalil Mack, Dion Henley, that dude right there, Dan, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, my fault. That dude right there, bro. As a rookie last season, my dude went off, bro. He was number 8 in overall tackles as a rook, bro. You know how dynamic that is? Let me tell you how many tackles he had in his first season. 147. To go with, he had a sack also. 7 tackles for loss. 8 pass deflections. And he caught a pick. So my boy really was putting in work out there. He really was. And then another player they had that really made a big difference was Thule. I'm going to just stop. I ain't going to try to pronounce your last name, my boy. I'm going to get there one day, though. Thule. My boy had 42 combined tackles, 11 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks. Dude was putting in work, bro. He was putting in work. So I got to say, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I was trying.
It's harder than what it looked, yo. I think it's two. See?
Yeah, no.
Two. Yeah. Below 2.
I almost had me saying Tiger Balboa. I ain't like him either.
That boy's finna butcher the whole name, God. But yeah, I think that the defense. I mean, you lost Bosa, Palmer, Christian Fuller. Morgan Fox, Poona Ford. As
J.K. Dawkins.
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins.
Dobbins.
Yeah. Him. I think they will still do fine. You also lose out Asante Samuel Jr. He's not there no more.
Well,
Marcus May, not there
I would say more of they didn't want to resign him back. He was asking for a lot of money. So
that's in the lineage.
Yeah, he wanted. He wanted. I think he wanted like PS2 type money.
Woo! No sir. No sir. Cannot get that.
Hey, look. Listen. Your dad is my favorite corner of all time. You ain't him, my boy. You ain't him.
It's fucked up.
You ain't close. You good. You good.
But it ain't that.
Pipe down, my boy.
It ain't that. But yeah, those guys, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think from last season they went 11-6.
Oh hell no! He only played 4 games last year.
I think they end up. I might gotta. I think I got them going 11-6 this year.
I think,
again,
bro. Yeah.
Pretty much repeating the same thing. Reason more so being because Derwin is so versatile, bro. Like you can even put him at slot corner.
Well, linebacker slot.
Basically like a Kyle Hamilton almost. You can put him anywhere. He'll just do work. He's a real like football student of the game, bro. I gotta give him his respect. That's the safety. If I had to pick a safety, I would go after him for sure. But yeah, shout out to their defense, bro. Top tier. Let's just put it at that. Top tier defense. Hopefully the offense this season can match it up. But I got their losses. Week 1 against the Chiefs. Week 5 against my team, Washington. So they're going 9-2 before the bye.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going to be pretty good. Then after the bye, I got them going 2-4.
Well, damn.
Yeah, they got some tough comp, man.
There's a tough stretch.
Yeah, I got them losing.
Philly at Kansas City, at Dallas, Houston, and Denver.
They losing it. They losing to Philly for sure. I don't think that's even gonna be. It's gonna be a good game, yes, but they losing that one for sure. They still home. It wouldn't matter to me. I'll still pick Philly. They're losing the next game versus the Chiefs, so I got Chiefs sweeping them again. Week 17 against the Texans, and then week 18 maybe.
That feels like a Monday night. Maybe. Okay.
It depends on who they running with as backup, But yeah. Matter of fact, backup is Taylor Heineke. You might have a chance. My boy Taylor, dude. That'll be week 18. I'm just speaking ahead of time. Yeah. No. I was talking about Chargers. My boy Taylor, man. But yeah. That's pretty much what I got him going. I got him going 11-6 again.
I can see them getting 12. This depends on they can beat Kansas City. If they get one against with Kansas City.
Dog. That'll be the tell all. And that's gonna tell a lot for they playoff hopes too.
That, and then if they can get one of those tough games in that, and from week 14 to 18 too. Because I think they have to go. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 games. They had to at least win 3 of those games.
Right.
Maybe 4. Well, I say 3. I think the winnable ones, at least get the ones like Kansas City, Houston, and Denver, because more AFC. That's AFC.
Definitely.
Okay, you're gonna need those.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that back end, I got them pretty much taking a downhill stretch at that one. Yeah, that's it for my review on them boys. I got them going 11-6.
All right. Anything else before we go to Denver?
For them, It would just depend on the offense, to be honest with you, with the Chargers, I believe. Defense, I think they may not be as high level, but I think they still gonna hold it down.
All right, it's on you now with the Broncos.
Big Bo. Let's just start off with that. That boy, Big Bo, yo. I'm gonna just go ahead and run through his stats from last season. My boy went 376 out of 567. That's a 66.3 completion. He threw for almost 4,000. 3,775 yards, 29 tubs, 12 picks. Of course, first year, he can do that. A lot of quarterbacks may throw more than 12, to be honest with you.
Right.
So that's pretty good. And not to mention, that boy was really picking shit apart. Like off stat reason, that boy was picking shit apart too. I gotta give him his credit on that one. That offense really like started gaining traction more so in the later part of the season. So shout out to them boys, Big Bo. And I think this upcoming season, Bo, you're gonna be running with more of a powerful offense. You're gonna have a better run game this time because your rushing average last year, you were kind of mid-level. I ain't gonna lie to you. You were 4.1 yards per carry on 461 rushing attempts, and then you only had 1,900 yards. So that's very mid. I think this upcoming season y'all gonna step it up. Y'all went and picked up my boy JK. You got RJ Harvey in the draft also. So I think this upcoming season they are going to do a lot better. And you got Evan Ingram at the tight end. So that's going to open up a lot more of the passing game. So Troutman ain't got to try to do too much this upcoming season. He got some help now from Jacksonville. Then going to the defense, you got Dre Greenlaw. I think that was a good pickup. Only thing for him, I want to see if he can stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That would be his main thing. Everybody else gonna put in work. He's going to a fucking like solid unit of a defense, bro. Mind you, their defensive line is crazy. You got Zach Allen, DJ Jones, John Franklin Myers, and bro, you can put really any one of those 3 or 4 linebackers. Nick Bonito, he's gonna be rushing too. You could throw Drake Greenlaw at the quarterback sometimes. Really switch it up, however you want to have it. And then your corners are gonna lock up. You drafted Jahdae Barron. My boy's a fucking lock. You got, of course, the defensive player of the year in Patrick Surtain. That boy, Patrick Surtain, bro. That dude right there, he's different, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. My dude really like. He was facing all types of high-level receivers, and he didn't allow a 50-yard game once, bro. Dude is a fucking lock. Mind you, they were one of the top teams in sacks. They had 24.
They led the league in sacks.
Yeah. Matter of fact, 63. 63. Yeah. They only took 24 offensively. So that's pretty balanced on both sides of the ball. 63 fucking sacks, bro. Are you freaking crazy? How often is that? You got Nick Bonito taking over 13.5, Jonathan Cooper 10.5, Zach Allen 8.5, and then 7 from Franklin Myers. That's basically your D-line right there. Then you got to go to coverage. This shit about to get scary this year, bro. The only problem is I got to see it come off the paper. On paper, it could look good. I want to see how they going to turn this shit out. So, going into their schedule, I got them winning week 1 against Tennessee. Got them winning week 2 in Indianapolis. Week 3, they're in LA. That's a tough call. I would say they may. I'm gonna say they'll lose that one in week 3. So leading on down, they gotta play Cincinnati. I think that's gonna be a dub. I don't think Cincinnati's getting back to that point yet. So at this point, they are going 3-1. Then they got to play Philly, New York. Both New York teams actually, back-to-back weeks. They're gonna win at least
one is in
2 of those.
Overstate. One of them is overseas game.
Yeah, that's the Jets one. That's the Jets one. That's gonna be a tough one though, cause on that one you got to play at 9:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Is that London? Or was that Germany?
Let me be sure. I'm pretty sure it's London.
I don't know. They ain't gonna show it.
Yeah, it's not saying yet, but I'm pretty sure that one is.
Yeah, that's one of them. Is either London or Germany?
London, for sure. London. See, I got them going 2-1 and down because I got them losing against Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So they're at least going to win out of that stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got them beating Dallas too. Got them beating Houston. Beating Las Vegas, losing to Kansas City. So in that stretch, I have them losing 3. So 8-3 up to there. Now you go to Washington, you go to Las Vegas again, you go to Green Bay. I see them losing against us, as in Washington, beating Las Vegas.
Bro, every team can't.
They're not going. No.
Yeah,
against this.
Every team ain't gonna be able to lose against y'all, bro.
They're not.
You don't.
Every team's not. I had Kansas City beating us.
Yeah, one. Yeah, the Chargers
Exactly.
losing against y'all.
What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Jesus Christ, bro.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You make it seem like your boy's about to go on a damn
generational run.
Yeah, man. Like, calm down, bro.
I'm calm.
Dang, bro.
I said it very calmly.
Jesus Christ. You better
so if it happens, what we gonna say?
Jesus,
I predicted it correctly.
Yeah, they ain't gonna say Detroit gonna beat y'all. Come on, bro. You can't have everybody lose against y'all now, man.
Actually, I said Detroit's gonna win against us.
I was just saying, bro. Jesus.
9-8-3. So leading, they're going to go 1 win by week 15. So from 8-3, they're going to go 9-5, leading into the next 3. Jacksonville, Kansas City, and Los Angeles. They're only going to win against Jacksonville. So yeah, they're going to finish out the season at 10-7.
All right. Broncos went 10-7 last year. They started the season off going 0-2. Had some struggles with Bo Nix early on. Wasn't quite sure like how this was going to fit, how he was going to be in the league. You know, he was one of the oldest players in the league, oldest rookies. And you know, I have a thing when it comes to that is I think the more experience that your rookie quarterback have in college, the better it is, because they pretty much done seen a lot of defenses and things like that. That kind of like helps, like, you know, guys like Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels. I want to say Joe Burrow. I'm trying to think. Trying to think who else was in
college.
Yeah, a lot of guys didn't stay. A lot of guys did 2 years or 3.
What about Stroud?
Stroud did 2. Stroud did 2. Justin Herbert. Oh, not Justin Herbert. Trevor Lawrence Trevor Lawrence was 2. Was 2 and it was like 2 because he was redshirted his first year. Pat. I think Pat did. Pat was Pat 3. I think Pat was 3.
Yeah.
Baker is one of them.
Definitely.
Baker's one of them.
Hurts. He played over 2 because he Alabama, then he transferred over to Oklahoma.
He did. I think Hurts did 3.
He did like 3.
Hurts did 3. I know Goff did. I think Goff did 2. I know Aaron Rodgers did 2. Stafford, I think he did 2. Yeah, but anyways.
What about Geno?
Geno did.
I think he did 3, 4.
I feel like Geno would be the type he probably did 4. But anyways, it's just my personal opinion. I just think the longer the quarterback has been, the better it is. I think they at least have to play because, 12, 24. I think 3 years in college is good because then that's at least 30 something games.
Yeah.
And I think that's good enough. 20 something is not. I mean, it's all right, yeah. But then you have to be looking like Anthony Richardson.
God forbid.
And he only had 1 year starting, and that was based off his athleticism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got somebody like Trey Lance, who
trash.
You know what I'm saying? We all he played 1 year, then didn't play next year because of COVID, and then he ended up going in the draft. You know what I'm saying? So there's not a lot of film on somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but Bonet started to figure that shit out, bro. And I mean, you already read the stats, but I'm gonna give you some stats that you didn't bring up. His passer rate was 93.3. He was 6 in drop back, 6 in pass attempts. He was 13th in average time to throw, which was 2.97. He had 21 big time throws, which was 14 in the league. He was the first rookie ever with 2 300-yard games with 4 touchdowns, 100 with 140 plus passer rating, and then also he was the first rookie ever to have 7 multi-touchdowns and no interception games. So shows that this dude knows ball.
Yeah.
Dude knows ball. Now is what do you expect from him for year 2? Man, due for 29 touchdowns. Like, as a rookie.
Right.
What is next from him? And his next from him, obviously, you want to bring down his interceptions down a little bit. Now it's more of, all right, now it's let's get him to control the game a little bit more. Let him get to control the game. Let him take over the offense. And for him to do that, let's get a run game going.
Right.
Let's get a run game going. Like you mentioned, they went and got J.K. Dobbins. They went and drafted Harvey. They have one of the best offensive lines because I think he even got sacked like 23 times, right? 20. How many times? 24. He only got sacked 24 times this year, which is good. And let alone, like I said, he was 13th in average time to throw, 2.97. Bro, we're talking about almost 3 seconds behind your offensive line. This man got all day to throw.
Right.
Now his weapons. Evan Ingram, you got a good tight end with that. Mm-hmm. He definitely needed a tight end. Cortland Sutton was your number 1 receiver last year. Marvin Mims, Vale. I think they needed more. I think I definitely would like them to go. I for sure I wanted to get more. I really wish they probably went after like a DK or George Pickens or somebody, just another elite receiver, bro. I think that if he would have that, oh man, like skies. I mean, I think this offense is gonna be crazy. We don't even need to talk about the defense. The defense is gonna be top 2, top 3. I mean, Nick Benito was in the conversation of defensive player of the year. You had the defensive player of the year, which also man got paid.
Right.
They led the league in sacks. You know what I'm saying? And this defense is going to be scary, bro. It's going to be scary. They were top 5 or they're top 5th in per pass. And they was tied 5th in per pass, touchdowns allowed, and EPA. So, I think this defense is gonna be good. I just think that you already mentioned the schedule. You say they go 10-7. I think they're gonna lose a game. I think I'm gonna take a game down. I think they go 9-8. I think they go 9-8. I think there's gonna be a little step. I think they still have a winning record. I don't think they make the playoffs. Though I don't think that. I think they do. I think they do I think the offense is. I just think that the offense is not enough yet. Okay. They're missing some pieces, and until they can go and get another receiver, and until they can establish a run game, I think 9-8 is right where I have them at. Right, and it's not bad. I just think that they just don't have enough pieces on the offense to be good enough. And last year went 10-7. It was just cool. It's good. Right. They did it. They did what they did, and the defense definitely kept them in games. I think that I just don't think they did. I don't think they added more pieces on the defense than on the offense. I mean, you added Greenlaw, you added Franklin, and you added Hufanga. I think yeah. And then when you went in the draft, I mean, you got a receiver and a tight end and a running back, and I feel like we'll see how they go. But I just think they need more offensive pieces to be up there in the AFC.
Okay. Respect. I see how that is though, because I mean, we kind of top heavy.
Yeah. And like I forgot what. And the three things I have is they need to be more consistent on offense. They need a run game that needs better production, and they need more experience. They need more vets.
Yeah.
So they're basically just going a lot. Yeah. So.
Okay. Respect to that. Next team, we're going Raiders. I don't think it's too much to say on the Raiders. Yeah, as far as last season, it was bad.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Only the high point that they had was their passing game.
But not even, bro.
It was Brock.
Just really. Brock, bro. It's just
Brock and Jacoby too. I gotta give credit to Jacoby.
Yeah.
I got to. There was a 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah.
You got a K.
Yeah.
You got him a K. You got 2 Ks. One, Brock Bowers, 112 receptions, 1,194 receiving yards, 5 tubs. My boy was a dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's 70.2 yards per game. He did that in 17. Jacoby Myers only played 15. He had 87 receptions, 1,027. So he kind of barely cracked over, but he got it. 4 touchdowns, 68.5 yards a game on average. Then the next one after that was Trey Tucker. He had 47 receptions, 539 yards, and 3 tutties. So yeah, they were kind of top heavy in that sense. And the reason being because they barely ran the fucking ball. Them boys were struggling, man. They just couldn't get it going, bro. On top of them just being so banged up, bro, the injuries was killing them. They were down bad. Like it's a lot of IRs on their squad, bro. It's a whole bunch. It was some players that were out games, players that were questionable, and it just added up on top of the coaching just being bad. Like, you kind of can blame it on him and can't because of the injuries, but it's like it was just bad, bro. They really couldn't get too much going, but they had their high points. Now leading into this next season, they got consistency with Geno Smith. He should be their only quarterback that plays the whole season. With him, I think, I don't want to say they're going to be much better to start, but it will somewhat be a difference. Maybe a game or two. I'll say maybe a game or two. At worst, they're going 5-12. That's at worst. I can see them beating y'all first game, to be honest with you. I can see them beating y'all first game. I could see them beating Indianapolis. I can see them beating Tennessee. Who else? Jacksonville. And New York. I don't think they beat Cleveland. That was when I was looking at, though. I don't think they beat Cleveland. But that's the only 5 I really could see them winning off the eye test. Yeah, that's what I would call it. And then they may get lucky and win the last game against the Chiefs, week 18. So that might be a 6 right there. But I can say it'll be better than last season for sure. But they do have potential, though. They have plenty of potential. They had the league leader I ain't gonna say the league leader. My fault. They had one of the top guys in the league in tackles in Spillane. My boy had 158 combined. Yeah, he was all over the fucking place. Like a Tasmanian devil out there, bro. Just running and shit. But yeah, shout out to them guys. Like, I mean, they trying to make some moves. You got Ashton Jeanty, so you know your ring game gonna open up a lot more this time. You got Raheem Mostert. You know, you went and picked up Dante Thornton in the draft. You got him 4th round. You got Jack Beck. You went and got Colin Johnson from the Chicago Bears. So he's going to see a little bit more time. You also got Alex Kappa from the Bengals for your offensive line protection. Defensively, y'all picked up a whole bunch of people. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Jermaine Pratt from Cincy. Elandon Roberts from Pitt. Darian Porter. He was a draft pick in the 3rd round. You got my boy Jeremy Chin as safety. And you picked up Eric Stokes as one of the corners from Green Bay. So I think y'all got a whole bunch of potential, to be honest with you. But I just don't see it starting out the gate hot for them.
All right. Raiders. We can say that this is one of the most dysfunctional franchises in NFL history. Just the way it's just the way that they're just being ran, and they haven't really been anything in over 20 years. It's just been a lot of shit, bro. I mean, they had a lot of potential. They had a lot of good players come through. They just couldn't never get it together. And this is one of those years, and last year was basically it was a rebuild, and then now they're rebuilding, and I think they brought in a lot of good things. Starting off that you didn't mention, they went and got Pete Carroll. We're talking about one of the best head coaches in the NFL, and then Pete Carroll also didn't come by himself. He went and go hit up Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly was the OC from Ohio State, the national champs of Ohio State. Also, we have seen Chip Kelly in the NFL since I think he was the OC for the 49ers. Now, a lot of, and I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna give him his flowers or whatever. The way that the NFL has been played today is because of Chip Kelly and what he did with Philly when he was a head coach back, roughly, this is 2015, this is 2025, so about 13 years ago when he came in. All this fast pace, the RPOs, you know, all of that Chip Kelly brought that from when he was with Oregon. He brought that into the league, and ever since then, the league has been doing that ever since then. Now all the teams has been doing that. Not like Brady and Mahomes, not Brady, Peyton Manning, fucking Drew Brees, but but now you kind of go now. A lot of these offenses is because of what Chip Kelly brought in 13 years ago. Then you went to go get Geno Smith. You get a trade for him. Geno Ozzie was there when Pete Carroll was there. So you got more stability in the quarterback position. Then you go and get Raheem Mostert, a reliable running back. Didn't have good success last year with the Miami, but we all know what he did a couple seasons ago when Miami where he had like 18 touchdowns or some shit like that, right? You did lose some pieces on. Did lose Spainley. You did lose Madison. Sorry, you kind of reloaded a little bit. Now, your best player was a fucking rookie. Now it's like, what about Max Crosby? Your best player last year was a rookie. This man had 112 receptions. That was third in the league. He had 1,194 yards, tied 8th. He had 61 first downs. That was 6th in the league. He had 15 20 plus yard catches, which was around 70, 18 in the league. Let alone, he had 3 different quarterbacks started. Total 19 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. It's not good. It's not good. Not good. And your defense was atrocious. Your defense allowed 84 points in the first quarter, which was 8th worst in the league. Now, you bring Geno, bring these guys in, cool. Now you go on the draft. You get Ashton Genty, you get a receiver in Beck, you get a corner in Porter, you get 2 tackles, which, you know, good, cool. You know, you got that. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I don't care what anybody says, and I can care less, bro. Honestly, truly, I'm being strictly honest.
Yeah.
I don't see what's the hype about Ashton Genty, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And y'all like, oh man, but he did all this and this and that, bro. He did that playing the Mountain West, bro. Who the fuck is he playing? Who is he playing? Like literally, like who is he? Who is he playing? Last year, he ran for 2,601 yards, 29 touchdowns. The year before that was a 1,347 yards, 14 touchdowns. The year before that, 821 yards and 7 touchdowns. Cool, gotcha. I'm sorry, bro, but who the fuck were you playing?
Mountain West is kind of a small, you know, level, but a little lower level. But my boy had to build to that. So that just goes to show his work ethic also. Right.
And it's fine. It's cool. Sorry. You know, whatever. You played Georgia Southern. You played Oregon. Against Oregon, you went crazy. You ran for 221 yards.
Oh, that's more than enough for me.
You know? It's cool. But they lost. Played Portland State, Washington State, Utah State, Hawaii, Nevada, Las Vegas, San Diego State, Nevada. Well, I guess it's San Jose State, Wyoming, Oregon State, whatever. Then you play Penn State in the playoffs and you lose 31-14. And you ran for 108 yards. They was force feeding you, bro. You had 40 attempts. 40 attempts. You had 40 carries, bro. 40 carries. I'm sorry, bro. That's not good. That's not good.
That's good for him.
Sure.
The rest of the team must be mid or ass.
Sure. No. Sure. I just don't see the hype. I don't see him being. I don't see him being the guy. The guy is going to be Brock Bowers. The guy is going to be Geno Smith. And I know Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly's going to do everything he can and kind of be more of a, I don't want to say balance, but he's going to make sure the defense is off their fucking toes. And with Genty, can he do something? Can he do something? Yeah, we'll see. I like Amari Hampton better than him. And I hate to fucking say this. I hate to say this. But since he's on my team and I had Josh McDaniels, I'm gonna just say I think Travion Henderson is better than him. I think Jukins is in Cleveland's gonna probably have a better year than him. I just don't see that. I have to see it because we ain't gonna, come on, bro. Like we didn't see this. We didn't see this guy play until probably like week 6, week 5. You know what I'm saying? When he was going crazy. Let's be real. Nobody know who the fuck he was, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. And I'm not discrediting what he did last year. I just don't know that's going to translate in the NFL. Because now the NFL's a lot of these guys are going to know what the hell is going to happen. They're going to put 9 people in the box. Let alone the only weapon they got is Brock Bowers. They gonna go 1-on-1. They're probably gonna go one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like, yeah, you got Jacoby Myers, but who else do you have? You don't have any other weapons, right? And now, this is where this year, we'll see what happens. You're crazy for them going 5 wins. I don't have them having 5 wins. They're either gonna go 7-10 or 8-9. I think Gino gives them at least 4 more wins. I don't think that they're gonna be out of playoff contention until probably the last week of the season. Okay. I think this schedule is very winnable. Like, bro, I think this is a very winnable schedule for these guys, and it's very favorable. I mean, yes, they can beat us in New England. Chargers is a division game. They can beat y'all. They can beat Chicago. Indianapolis, they could beat Indianapolis. I think it could be. I mean, Kansas City, they probably get swept by them. This is honestly, bro. I can see 8 wins out of the schedule, bro. I think like I can see losses against Philly in week 15, at Philly, at Houston, in week 16. Dallas might be tough. But that's just we're just talking about the top dogs,
right?
Yeah, man, I think they could get 7-8 wins. Like,
it's no potential
for off the rip, and then you got Gino, yeah, for sure, hell yeah. It's just now I just hope that the defense can be good enough,
right?
And I think I think they will. I just think the offense just when they're in the red zone, they gotta punch it in. Be efficient, punch it in. If Ashton Jenkins is going to be the guy that they say he's going to be,
yes,
then they can win 8 games. That means they're controlling the clock. They controlling the game. And you got a stud, and you got a fucking stud in Brock Bowers.
You got a superstar.
So, yeah, bro. But that's my take on the Raiders. It's my take. I think for sure they up there. I think like I said, bro, like I mentioned before we started this division is gonna be very interesting to watch.
Yes.
Very interesting to watch.
Very.
It's gonna be good. I'm definitely gonna try to be locked in. Well, I didn't say locked in, but I'm definitely gonna try my best to watch these guys play for sure. Other than that, bro, got anything else you want to say about the Raiders or just the AFC West?
This team, I can say, regardless of what I gave them, that's just because of. Also, I was factoring in his previous season for Gino. If he would have played a little better, I would have given him more wins. But going off of that, that's kind of why I had him set where I had him set. But he could turn it up with this squad. I must say, he can. He can, for sure. Yep. So, yeah. Yep, for sure. Defensively, I think they're going to be straight. Yeah. I think it's just going how... They're just like the Broncos. They're missing another weapon. Yeah. They just need somebody else other than just the Brock Bowers. You know what I'm saying? Like Denver, they need somebody else other than. Matter of fact, this whole division, it's just everybody besides Kansas City. They just need another weapon besides Chargers, besides Ladd McConkey, Broncos besides Cortland Sutton, Raiders besides Brock Bowers. They just need somebody else. It is in the draft or get somebody in free agency or they get somebody they just doing away.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think they're just a couple pieces away. Just Denver has the better defense. Yeah. Obviously, Kansas City has a better offense. It's this division. It's gonna be good. It is. It's gonna be good. And then the division we got to talk about next week. Whew, the NFC North. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting, Brandon. Very interesting. If you gotten this far, please like, subscribe, follow, share all our social medias. Everything. The link is down below. Make some comments. Any questions you may have? Anything like that. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, however you're listening to it, please give us a rating. Even on Spotify, you can make comments out there too. Don't be scared. That being said, that's all I got. You got anything? That's it for me. All right, this is the end of episode 149 on your boy Trez.
J. Ferg.
And your boys are out.